Hi everybody, it's Kara. I'm here with part 3 of my tutorials on how I make my charm bracelets. In the last one I showed you how to use a split ring or a jump ring and how I attach all my charms, how I figure out where I want them to go. So here is the bracelet with just the charms. And hopefully you can kind of see how they're pretty evenly attached. Like I said, I count them all out and get them as even as I can because it makes my little OCD brain happy. So after I finish with those charms, then comes time for the beads. So here is all the beads I have set up so far. I have a variety of some clear, some black, some purples, a little bit of bling that I added to some of them. I have them all ready to go. I am planning on using all of these, but I never know for sure until I start adding everything. And I've already got them on the split rings. I want there to be more dangle in this bracelet, so I'm putting everything on kind of bigger split rings. But let me show you how I would put together one of these. I would start with a head pin. Let's see if I can get one of those. Okay. And then I would pick, this is the head pin I'm using. Like I said, I think in number 1, the head pin is just the one that has the flat end like a nail. And I will pick, let's see. I usually just kind of play around with them until I find something that I like. And let's see. We'll try maybe one of these little, of course it's not cooperating with me right now. Try one of these little rhinestone ones. I'll put that on there first. And then maybe one of these round clear ones. Like that. And then let's see what this pretty purple one looks like. I like that. Maybe. Let me see about this one. Kind of the lighter. I think I kind of like that one. Let me see before I move on. Let me try one more. A bit of a darker purple, maybe that way. Nope. Maybe that way. Maybe. Let me mix these around a little bit. This is literally what I do with every single one. Figuring out which way I like it. That almost looks like a little person with a big fat head. I think I will skip that one. Let's see. I just kind of want to get a little bit more purple on here. That's kind of cool. That one's kind of square. Okay, I think I'm going to go with that one. So, now that you have it picked and they're all on the head pin, as you can see, you have to cut off the extra part, extra top of that head pin that you're not going to use. So I usually, depending on how big I want my loop to be, leave about, round about that much. It's probably, let's see, we'll do this. It's about a little over a little over a 1/4 inch. Maybe even a little bit less. And again, this depends on how big you want your loop. So you have that. Hopefully you can see it. And hopefully I didn't cut it too short. Then you take your curved pliers, and again I apologize, I don't know the exact names for these, and you, near the base of the wire or the head pin where it meets the bead, you take that and bend it in about a 90-degree angle, or as close as you can get depending on the beads, of course, the shape of the beads. Can you see that? Maybe if it's up against the background. Like that? Okay. And then this is where the curved pliers come in handy, because you're going to then take it and bend it backwards, curving it over the pliers, trying to, which this one's not cooperating, trying to bend it into a loop shape so that you can either attach it to a jump ring or a split ring or directly to a chain. And I'm not doing a super great job because I'm nervous at doing this on camera. And these are by no means perfectly rounded. Like I said before, I'm not a professional. I just get it to where I can, I think that the shape looks decent enough to put on a bracelet. And you want to make sure that that end is as far down as possible and connects and closes, obviously. So it will stay, let's see. Hopefully you guys can see the little loop. So it'll stay on the bracelet. And then basically, I would take one of my split rings and I could add it to this, the split ring to the chain and the charm all at the same time, but I don't want to do that because I want you guys to see. And I have found a little way that I kind of cheat this tool. I think, most people just use it to open it up a little bit like that. If you leave enough room and you turn it, that little part that sticks out longer opens it up a little bit wider. And if you're quick and get it going, then it doesn't hurt your circle, doesn't change the shape. So then this would be ready to put onto the bracelet. So after those are all done, the next thing will be all the buttons, which I have ready to go. And the buttons are also put on either with a split ring or a jump ring, and it just depends on the button itself on how you're going to do it. Some of these buttons, like this one, have this shank on the back. I think that's what that's called. And you may be able to use a split ring on that. And from my earlier video, split ring is going to hold it on better. Sometimes though they're too thick and you can't get the split ring to work, so you go to the jump ring. Also, if you want to use buttons that are like this one, that don't have that shank on the back, then you can attach it just like that using a jump ring. I have a variety of buttons here. I'm planning on using them all, but again, I won't know until I'm actually putting the bracelet together. This is a mix of vintage buttons. These are vintage over here. These in particular are glass vintage buttons. And there's a metal one, and then these are some just plastic beads I picked up at a variety of places. So I hope that answers some questions with how you create your beads and attach them. And I will be back with the fourth and final tutorial, which will show the bracelet mostly completed, and we'll probably put on the last button or bead together so you can see how I do that. So thanks for watching. And again, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And I hope wherever you're at, you're having a great day. Bye.